Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Ablow with another Pain to Power video. This one is about the question of whether you can imagine your way to success. What do I mean by that? I don't mean making it fake, it's just the opposite. It won't be fiction, it'll be real if you do it, and you can do it. The way to get in sort of line with the idea that it's possible is to think about the way we think as human beings when we plan. When we plan things, we imagine them first, of course, right? Whether you're writing a story, or you're planning a business, or you're trying to enrich a relationship, or salvage one. First, you have to think about it. That's an imaginative act. The thing doesn't exist yet. Same with an artist creating a sculpture or painting. It doesn't exist yet. In order to make things move in that direction, first you have to imagine it. Then you can achieve it. But the first step is really bringing it to mind. Now there's another step. I really believe this. When you bring things to mind and you take a first step toward fulfilling those things, actualizing them, whatever it might be, other people actually start to get aboard. This should be no surprise because we're all connected. You don't have to be a new age person to believe that something about your intentions does trigger a willingness of other people to get aboard. Let's just call it that. Everybody's always searching for the next thing to do of value. And if you have something to do that's of value, people will join you in it. So it's worth it. It's worth taking the time to imagine, to think, what would I do next? What should I do next to fully actualize myself? And I always tell people, put self in capital letters because it's so closely connected to the universe or God. We don't fashion ourselves from birth. It's not just neurotransmitters, it's spiritual, it's part of the soul. And so when you speak to that by saying, what should come next? I'm going to imagine it happening. You're actually starting to write the story of it beginning to happen. And you'll have co-authors in that story. That's my point. You won't be alone in it. Don't worry. People are galvanized by and magnetically attracted to intention. So start that way. Maybe you start today. Start by imagining, if I could do the thing most after my own heart, what would it be? What would it look like? Sit just quietly for a little while and think about that. Things will come to mind. They'll come into your heart. And believe me, they'll then come into reality. That's the way things happen in the world. Why do I tell you these things? I always say at the end, or a lot of the time, because your story matters. It matters to me. I know it matters to you, but it matters to all of us because everybody's relying on the best of you.